Okay, before we start, remember, raise your hand. Let's get the two handheld mics to you. Let us know who you are, who you're with, and if you could address a specific student athlete, that would help us up here. For those of you on Zoom, we'll field the questions from here, from the audience here. And if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. And again, reminder to everybody that recording these press conferences on cell phones or cameras is prohibited. Okay, who has the first question? Front row.
Hey, Kelly Blackburn with the Niner Times. Wagner runs a really slow offense, averaging around 20 seconds per possession. How do you, as a team, think that will affect the tempo that you guys play with, considering that you guys have high success playing up-tempo basketball?
RJ.
Well, I mean, I think we just got to do a good job of just playing our pace and getting out in transition. I think if we kind of could get easy transition buckets, that can affect the whole flow of our game, and we don't have to play the slow pace. But I think we also do a good job of also finding different ways. And when we do play a slow pace, we run our half-court sets really well, we execute. So whether it's slow pace or fast pace, we should be fine.
Back of the room.
Andrew Jones, Tar Heel Illustrated, is for both you guys. I imagine you watched the Wagner game last night. How much have you had a chance to sort of dive into who they are since their game ended and arriving here today?
Armando.
Yesterday in practice, we kind of went through both team stuff a little bit, and last night, obviously we all watched the game, but we went over Wagner film last night too, and I mean, like she said, they do get on the transition some. Yesterday, I thought they did a great job in transition, but in the half court, they definitely play slow. So it's one of those things where we got to limit our turnovers, because it's kind of like playing against UVA, where every possession really matters. But if we can get a big lead and they have to play faster, I think that'll help us too.
RJ.
I'll probably say what Armando said. And we can't just take like the halfway decent early looks, kind of just get a good shot, a great shot actually, and get the ball inside. I know we have some advantage with our bigs, you know, Armando, Jay Wash, Jay Witt. So if we establish the post presence, that should be an advantage for us.
To our left.
Sort of follow up, Michael said from Quincy News, sort of follow up on that first question. This is a team, I think, that has 7 players. They just played last night. How much will you stress wearing them out by increasing the tempo and maybe even playing faster than you guys normally play?
I don't think that'll matter, honestly. You look at a program like that they win their first NCAA tournament game, and I don't think it'll be a matter of fatigue with them. I mean, they're just as hungry as us, and they're on one of the biggest stages that they'll be on. And so I don't think that's really a matter of fact. I think it's just more of us just playing our game and not taking anybody lightly and limiting turnovers and just sticking to what we do.
RJ.
I agree with Armando.
Well said. Well said.
Scott Fowler from the Charlotte Observer. Just wondered about y'all's emotional state today. Are you, after what happened last year, you're back in the NCAA tournament. Is this fun? Is there a lot of pressure involved? You've experienced all kind of highs and lows, so where are you emotionally right now for both of you?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm glad to be back. Just playing in March, especially in March Madness, it's a great feeling, and it's the type of feeling that you've always wanted, you dreamed of as a kid. You kind of just watch, half-court shots, game winners. But just to be back in this position feels great, not only for us but for the program, just to get Carolina back onto the map. And we're hungry to win, and we set a lot of goals, and one of the goals was to be in March Madness and do well. And we're back, so we just got to do a good job of our preparation, our mindset going into these games, because at the same time, everyone's hungry and everyone wants to win. So we have to have that in the back of our minds.
Back at that.
No.
Okay. Front row.
Okay, what's your thoughts on playing here at the Spectrum Center and just in general staying close to home and being able to still have your fans and their energy nearby? What does that mean to you guys?
I mean, it's huge for us because Charlotte, obviously, we played here early this year versus Oklahoma, and we sold it out, and it was probably 98% UNC fans, and we're expecting that same type of turnout for these games. So it's great to be able to have 2 home games in a place that we all love and are familiar with.
I mean, I love playing in Charlotte. I feel like we were just here, and so far, the 2 times we played in Charlotte, we were 2-0, so hopefully we could keep that streak going. But, just the overall environment, the fan support is great. So, why not play here here in front of your fans.
Hunter Bailey with the Highway 49 podcast. You guys talked earlier about a team winning their first NCAA tournament game, your opponent tomorrow. How much does experience, obviously you guys have been here before, how much does that matter in games like this in March?
It definitely plays a factor, I think, but it's March at the end of the day, and really anything can happen. I mean, you'll see it all throughout the tournament. It'll be teams getting upsetted and just different things like that. So really it's just a matter of the teams that are the most locked in and most together and make the least amount of mistakes.
To our left.
Adam Smith with Inside Carolina. For both of you guys, just wondering what it was like Sunday watching the selection show, sort of waiting it out and seeing if you would be a 1 seed or not, and also just seeing your name back in the bracket after the absence from last year. What was that whole sort of, time like?
I mean, it felt good just to, sit as a team and just kind of watch the selection show Sunday, and we kind of have emotions whether you're going to be a 1 seed or 2 seed, so you're not really knowing what to expect, hopefully expecting the best, but just to see our name be number 1, I think there's a congratulations to us because of all the hard work we put throughout the whole year and even the preseason, rebuilding a whole new team, and we were just happy, but at the same time, just ready to work.
Armando.
I agree with what RJ said. We were super excited to get the 1 seed, but we know we got to just come with our A game because just like our junior year, we beat a 1 seed. So if we don't come ready to play, then anything can happen.
To our right, aisle.
Brendan Marks from The Athletic. RJ, you've said you don't know what your future is going to be, but Armando, you've got at most 6 more college games left. Has that sort of dawned on you, and how is that, sort of impacting your mentality going into the tournament?
I think we all got that same mentality. It's win or go home for all of us, and obviously we want to go far in this tournament. And for me, I really just been taking everything day by day. I really haven't even looked too much into when it's all over, but my goal and our goal is for when it's all over for some confetti to be dropping.
Back left.
There have been in recent years some 16 teams that have taken down number 1s more so than in the past. Why do you think the disparity has shrunk a little bit and that you're starting to see these upsets a little more?
So much talent all around college basketball, and I mean, you get a lot of teams now with a lot of older guys. Really anything can happen now, and like I said, yeah, just really all of the transfer portal and just so many different guys being in so many different places now. It's really tough to know what can happen.
Any other questions here? Questions on Zoom? Use the raise hand function if you have a question. Anyone else here? Okay, guys, thank you.
Good job.